Cynthia Smith, that's Pam's sister. She posted, I posted about the concert. She posted, "You can knock it out. You know that, right?"
Who's that?
Pam's sister.
David Pam?
Yeah. I'm sure you've heard them talk about Cindy and Jim. I'm sure you've heard them talk about Cindy and Jim.
This is Cindy.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Sorry.
that's nice and loud. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize. Um, Let me see. I'm just testing. All right. Welcome to the Acoustic Guitar Project 2024 season for Detroit. That's good. So I'm your host. I go by Greater Alexander. My name is Alexander Vlahos. That's a lot harder to say. And yeah, I received this project guitar in 2012, I want to say, and ran with it. So I'm going to ice break it. Basically, I received the guitar for a week and I wrote about 2-3 songs with it. And this is the one that like really created a lot of like powerful movement within me. I took the guitar and just went down to the Riverwalk and was trying to ask the city what kind of song it wanted to create through me. And after 55 takes, this is the one that hit. And hopefully it don't. Can you press the live thing or listen in? I don't know if anybody has mixing skills. Okay. Just put it's okay, whatever. I just want it to be not resonating, or can you hear like the reverb, kind of a little feedback? Yeah. Come on, Lucas, I know you. So my microphone is number one. Yeah, if you just put the on over at the comp. Okay, nice, light. All right, this song is called "The Symphony of the City." All these promises that I hoped you'd keep, getting lost in your absence while my heart grows weak. It's like pulling teeth and putting them on metal plates. No more spoken moments, all that's left is hidden space. Ooh, ooh. Lies, truth, and everything in between. You are the light, you are the vision, you are the symphony of this city. Like being pulled apart by broken glass sitting on spinning plates. No remorse from the torture, just hidden energy in this space. Cause it's like broken bones laying in the catacombs. When they've served their purpose, the spirit loosens stitches sewn. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You are lies, you are truth, you are everything in between. You are the light, you are the vision, you are the symphony of this city. You are lies, you are truth, you are everything in between. You are the light, you are the vision, you are the symphony of this city. So next I'm going to have Carrie Ann, my wife, she's going to come up here and just perform a song that she wrote this week. And then I'll fix the mic stuff.
This is what happened last year. We're like, if there's one more body in here, I don't think they're gonna fit, except that one chair, which is for Cassie when she comes in, Mama, just so you know. So I didn't write this song this week, but I wrote it in a week. I am an art therapist and I work at Mariners Inn, which is a treatment center for men dealing with substance use disorder. And every month we do this thing called the Women's Panel. And the women's staff that are available will sit at the front of the room in front of 60 men, and they get to ask us questions about relationships and life. And I've come to really love it. And I really love the work that I do. I get to learn about lots of little idiosyncrasies about what it's like to be human and the struggles that they've gone through. So with this particular women's panel, I can't remember what a guy said, but it was just so uh, reductive and so painfully simplistic regarding women. And I was like, oh, he just is missing that. Like, we're so complex. And Cassie, you can sit right there. I see you. Right on cue. So I decided to write a song about it because I was like, I feel like this would be the best way to get through to this guy. And I was dog sitting at the time before we had our own puppy. And my friend had some games that were on top of each other. And it was like, one was called like Hues and Cues. And then another one underneath was called Clue. And I was like, well, that could be kind of a cool line to a song. So that weaved its way in. And then the dog's name is Hazel, and I have hazel eyes. Anyway, all these connections were making place. And it was the same week that this happened with this women's panel. So anyway, this is a song that came from that. You guys hear that okay? Yeah. Looking around and everyone's here. Light floods in the windows that are anything but clear. Try not to overthink what's next. Just be in this moment. Find where my words can rest. There's more inside these hazel eyes, hues and cues and clues in a woman's eyes. There's more inside than you realize, a deeper meaning I hope you recognize. Dash is adding to my song. Seems like it's nothing but a game. I feel surrounded by a story that's the same, muddled and confused yet simplified. Gotta change the script now from what gets amplified. And there's more inside these hazel eyes, hues and cues and clues in a woman's eyes. There's more inside than you realize, deeper meaning I hope you recognize. Mixed in the senses, between the sexes, it's not so black and white. Between the sexes, mixed in the senses, I'm exhausted by the words you thought were right. And there's more inside these hazel eyes, hues and cues and clues in a woman's eyes. There's more inside than you realize, deeper meaning I hope you recognize. Recognize. Thank you for being so quiet and attentive. I appreciate that. Makes it easier to stay. I want to tell you a little bit about this house because I know there's some people who've never been here before. So this is the Greater Impact House. Alexander and I started back in 2018. Alexander got this house for $5,000. It's a triplex. It is a beast of a house that needs a lot of work, but we're turning it into a art residency that focuses on wellness and sobriety. We've both done art residencies, and that seemed to be a missing component for us. People bringing their best self forward to help support each other. So I'm glad you're here, and
reconciling that story. And so I wrote this song. The song is called Potter's Field, which is a term also like similar to the term pauper's grave, a term for a mass grave that's full of unnamed bodies, because that's kind of how my uncle's house felt like this empty house full of this very, very unseen trauma manifesting in this physical way with all this clutter and all this mess that everyone else could see, but he couldn't see. And so, yeah, this is Potter's Field. I will say too, I have the hardest challenge out of anyone playing tonight because I had the guitar the first week, which means it's been the longest since I've played the song that I wrote for the project. So I'm going to do my best to remember all the words here for you. Maybe even cheat with my phone a little bit. Woo. No, sounds good up here. Hold on, I'm holding on. Hope flickers before it's gone. Who knew how fast you'd go? Thanksgiving dinner is getting cold. Your house is emptied out. It's just a museum now. My eyes are a time machine. I can still see the way it used to be. You didn't care anymore and it haunted me. You didn't smile at the end, just ground your teeth. You never knew what you need. Let go. Your father's watch, a metaphor stuffed into a forgotten drawer. Photograph of when you're born, Polaroid of when you were born. Cassettes piled like a potter's field, unseen things unhealed. Your rusty car has a hornet's nest. The corner store is now a CVS. On your deathbed you still felt the same. I believe in the end the things of this life just go away. I hope when you took your last breath you knew it was okay. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Thank you. Hold on one second. I'm going to switch guitars. Each of us who are playing that did the project are also playing just a couple more of their own songs, just so you can get a full taste of what we sound like on more than a week's worth of writing preparation.
Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to give it to the next artist.
Oh, never mind. I
They're gonna-
lied. I
they're gonna
lied.
come around in rounds. But actually, you know what? We can try it this way.
Do you want to
This'll
do?
be
I
way-
can give this
way
up.
easier. No, this will be way easier for all of us.
I've completely taken over the format of the
I
night.
like that. I like that you actually completely took over the format. This is good.
This is saying what my email reading comprehension is like.
It's fine. I actually like this because it's less movement.
Yeah, I want to let's keep the feels where they are.
I
Right?
just gotta fix whatever the hell is happening right now.
Well, I'll tune and talk while you do that.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to talk about with writing that song and recording it. So, we do this in one take with like a field recorder. And my life is very busy and chaotic, as all of our lives are. And so I wrote that song on the day that I had gotten the guitar. And I think the last day before I had to give the guitar up was the only time in the week I had time to record that song. And so my uncle's house that we cleaned out was in Owasso, Michigan, which is like 2 hours away. And we actually had to go there that night to do the last little clean out. So I left my job, got my car, drove 2 hours there, helped my parents clean out, came back, drove 2 hours home at 9:00 at night, set up a lamp in my empty bedroom that I record acoustic stuff in, and pressed play and said, okay, we got like 10 takes worth of time. Let's just record the song. But it felt meaningful that we were still actively working on the space that song is about when I recorded it. So for my next song, my non-project song, I'm gonna play a song off on my first record. I've got music out wherever. So if you want to listen to more Lucas Powell music, you can go and find me on Instagram or TikTok at Lucas Powell Music. You can also find my recordings at Spotify or on Apple Music or YouTube or wherever.
I also posted it on the live stream.
On the live stream, you can go click on that when you go back and watch this.
Yeah.
Or if you're out there watching, live streaming people, we're not forgetting about you.
However it's doing through the Wi-Fi, I have no idea. I'll keep checking. But also, do you have
A plug?
Plug in?
Yeah, I can plug in.
So that's if you get that one, that'll be way easier. To your left. There it is.
We can make it way easier.
There's also a tuner on there.
Oh, it's very far away from me though. Here, I'll turn down up here. It was way up. Thank you so much for your support by bringing the tuner closer to me. How's that sounding out there for y'all? Yes. Is there any chance you could turn it down a little bit up here? Or wait, there's no monitor. I realized. No, we're good. We're fine. I lied.
I can hold on.
But yes, so I have a couple records out that I recorded at home. The first record I recorded during COVID, and this song was one of the songs that I worked on for that. And yeah, it's one of those songs when I perform, usually it's like with a full band, and it's like a big ethereal kind of indie rock, sad folk kind of vibe. And this song is one of our favorites to play. The song is called Firmament. His dark night of the soul, St. John walked with his eyes closed. It's the only way to truly know. We can trust the way that our feet go. Never tried to walk that way, instead suspecting the barricade. Never understood why you were cold. Something when you were a kid, I'm told. You're empty in your father's eyes. Only thing from himself he despised. And on the wrong side of your firmament, when you looked at me, you saw him. Try to remind you of all the hurt. Try to remind you, feeling unheard. Try to remind you, feeling uncertain. Try to remind you, feeling worthless. Your friendship's like a Trojan horse, deceitful in size of force. Thought you were somebody safe, who knew the things you tried to take. Somewhere on Dakota Plains, told the love of my life that we should wait. You love him or love itself. If you trust him, do you love yourself? Try to remind you of all the hurt. Try to remind you, feeling unheard. Try to remind you, feeling uncertain. Try to remind you, feeling worthless. Oh, to remind you. Oh, to remind you. To remind you of all the hurt. To remind you, feeling unheard. To remind you, feeling uncertain. To remind you, feeling worthless, so worthless. Yeah. Thank you. I recently released a little EP that was kind of like a best of the last couple records and singles and stuff that I've been putting out over the last 3 years, with some like stripped down versions. So if you like that version, there's a version that's pretty much just me doing it out there. It's on an EP called Ghosts of All Our Unseen Wounds. Wait, I'm doing that wrong. No, I'm doing that right. No, that's not what I'm getting down. I don't usually play a whole step down, but I want to do a song. I bought this nylon string guitar at an estate sale for $10 like 6 weeks ago, and then it like was in such bad shape. This part right here is called the saddle, and I hand sanded it for like 45 minutes, and then I put it in and it popped right out, and I was like, okay, I guess you're not going to have one of those. And then it like just sat an entire step down. It wouldn't tune up like beyond that. And I was like, okay. But there's this thing with creatives sometimes when you're pushed outside your comfort zone, like this project does by making artists write a song in a week and record it in a week. Sometimes you make your best stuff. And so having this piece of trash guitar that I have at home, it's become easily my favorite thing to write on. And so I have to tune a whole step down to be able to play songs I've written on it. I'm working on a bunch of new music and hoping to record my first studio record this next year with this wonderful band that I've had backing me. And we're in that process where we have way too many songs to pick from, but which is exciting because it's like, you know, lining up all your children and picking out the favorite ones. It's very easy to do. No, but this is one of my favorite songs I've written. I write a lot of sad folk songs. I even like my moniker is Sad Folk for Sad Folks, which is a great slogan. I got to TM that for you. I'll steal it from me. But every now and then you write a song about hope. And I think that's an important thing when we're thinking about Detroit is like songs that have hope in them, right? And I've been writing a lot about my experiences as a younger person in high school, growing up in a small town and just growing up not happy and not really feeling like there was a lot for me in life. And I remember when I was 17 and for the first time, my friends forced me to go see Lake Michigan because we lived far away from Lake Michigan. And I showed up on that beach and just like saw the sprawling water. And it was just like so spiritual to me. I was like, whoa, this world is so much bigger than the one I've known. And I wrote the song about that. The song is called My Own Home. We crammed four in a backseat, drove to a place I'd never seen. Oh, finding myself in it all. 50 miles south of Muskegon, lost far from where I grew up, and I finding myself in it all. Oh, I finding myself in it all. Crest the dune, just sees elation, topaz stretched to the horizon. I am finding myself in it all. Oh, I am finding myself in it all. Now I have come to know that I am my own home. Now I have come home, home, home.
The open sky lay out before us, a big great lake and a mighty forest. Oh, I am finding myself in it all. After all of my internal searches, the little farm and the empty churches, I am finding myself in it all. Oh, I am finding myself in it all. Now I have come to know that I am my own home now. I have come home. Now I have come to know that I am my own home now. I have come home, 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 home. Thank you so much for being so attentive. Again, my name is Lucas Powell. Thanks again, Greater Impact House, for having me be part of this.
Thank you so much, Lucas. All right. What do we got next? Nick Juno. Yeah, give it up for Nick Juno. We have plenty of food, guys. So much food. I know you guys don't want to sit up right now, but please don't leave me with this food. Yeah, we can serve you too, you know. Just call out. It's very easy. It's just one floor. We can hear you. All right, Nick. Let's set you up here.
Alexander, if you don't mind, I have to do it backwards. Can I do my 2 songs first? Because my hands are cold. Let me warm up with these songs and then go to the.
All right, let's do that. Sure. Whatever the protocol is. I have no control under songwriters. There's no control. There's no curriculum here.
Okay,
It's just
I don't have a volume control or anything.
you can do. Okay.
You're going in?
Hold on. Go ahead.
Okay.
Is it?
It's in.
Is the tuning? Do you see the tuner? The tuner's been on this whole time. That's why I was able to figure. Can you see it? If you press it again, it should turn on.
Yeah, it's on.
Oh, the guitar. Can you hear the guitar through a speaker?
I don't hear it.
Are you tuning it? If you're tuning it, then it bypasses, and then once you're done tuning, then the guitar turns on.
Okay.
After you press the button again.
Okay, turn it again. Okay, now I see the tuner.
Is it on?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I don't know. You haven't.
Can you hear it now?
Okay. Oh, another cramp.
Another stage professional here.
Get excited.
Maybe turn that down a little bit before you scare me with it. It's so great to be here and be part of this project, and to be great to be great. It's so great to be here in the Impact House, the Greater Impact House, and I'm a little nervous. I'm going to play 3 songs. I'm going to do 2 songs first, and then I'll switch to the Trusty Steed. The first one, I'm a folk singer, and I write songs about things I read about, or hear about, or see, or someone tells me about. And this first song is a story about a man who, unfortunately, I should say, won a multi-million-dollar lottery jackpot, and then it didn't go very well for him, and he ended up losing everything, got into some trouble, found himself in front of a judge, went to jail, and in the end lost everything, including his life. He was found floating down the Tittabawassee River a few years ago. And I mean no disrespect to that man. I wouldn't have done any better with the money myself. But sometimes money doesn't solve all your problems. And so I called this song. Wait, before I say that, in the newspaper it said the man spent a considerable amount of his winnings on fireworks. So this gives you kind of an idea where this is going. But I call this song "The Lousy Couple of $1 Million Scratch-Off Ticket Blues." Well, the money comes and the money goes. Kind of funny how the troubles hang around. We come into this world with nothing, going out the same way, and the Tittabawassee River rolls on. From a lousy couple of million after taxes, half of that, to standing in the courtroom, will the defendant please remove his hat? Now your pockets are turned back inside out the way it all began, and the Tittabawassee River rolls on. So you found out the hard way, money isn't everything, and you learned that life changing wasn't what you thought it would mean. Like a Roman candle with a bang, then it's gone, and the old Tittabawassee rolls on. So you found out the hard way, money isn't everything, and you learned that life changing wasn't what you thought it would mean. Like a Roman candle with a bang, then it's gone, and the old Tittabawassee rolls on. Well, the money comes and the money goes. Kind of funny how the troubles hang around. We come into this world with nothing, going out the same way. Now your pockets are turned back inside out the way it all began. I said we come into this world with nothing, going out the same way, and the Tittabawassee River rolls on. I said the Tittabawassee rolls on. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Tonight I'm going to sing about two different rivers, and that's the first one, the Tittabawassee River. So this next song is a Detroit story. I heard about this a while ago, and sometimes when I'm driving through Highland Park, I'll see these things. Are you familiar with the underground crosswalks that go in Highland Park under this, across the street, down below, underneath the street, and back up the other side? They're mostly gone now. They're old cement concrete structures. But listen to this. Back in 1924, nearly 100 school children were killed crossing the street in Highland Park. You have to understand, Highland Park was the home of the Ford plant where they're making the Model Ts. Between 2008 and 2027, they made 15 million. In 2010, the population in Highland Park is 3,000 or 4,000. By 1920, it's 46,000. People had come from all over to come work at the plants. And you have to understand, there weren't traffic lights in the time. The first traffic light in America was 1915 in Cleveland, Ohio. And it wasn't automated. It's a traffic cop with a switch turning it on and off. So most places didn't have traffic lights like we do now. Highland Park found that in 1924, it was cheaper to build a underground crosswalk and then to try and put in a stoplight or something like this. And the next year, the number of fatalities and injuries dropped right off the map. But I think about this and imagine 6 kids getting killed crossing the street today, 100 in 1 year. So it's a different time in a different world. So I call this song 96 Empty School Desks. It was 1924, the motor car was king. The shop was open round the clock, 7 days a week. People came from far and wide, trading wages for their time, standing shoulder to shoulder on the Ford assembly line. People came from far and wide, trading wages for their time, standing shoulder to shoulder on the Ford assembly line. The city was growing, multiplying year by year. In the music of the moment, blaring horns and grinding gears. Children risking life and limb, just trying to get to school. How could the wheels of prosperity turn out to be so cruel? 96 empty school desks, sitting in the dark. 96 empty school desks broke the heart of Highland Park. It broke the heart of Highland Park. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to switch to my third and final song. Going to unplug this?
Whenever you're ready.
All
Yeah,
right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, nobody likes that bang.
I got you.
Okay, so this one, I thought about making a song about all the names on the guitar, but I couldn't rhyme Mike Ward with, no, not right. Maybe I could have. But, so here's a song. So when I came down to Detroit, to the Greater Impact House to pick up the guitar, and Alexander was showing me around, he told me about some of the things that you guys found in the house. And one of the things was a picture, an old black and white picture of some lovely old lady that lived here.
Oh, yeah.
Look at
that's
this.
right.
See
Yeah,
it?
there,
It might
you
have a
found
problem.
it.
And
You grabbed it.
it's I look at old pictures, like again being a topical folk singer. It's something that moves me if I hear something, I see something. I saw this picture and I thought, I don't know what or why, but I'm gonna it's giving me an idea. And then I started thinking about the city of Detroit and this house and the old street that it's on. And you know, Detroit's a very old city, over 400 years old. And this house is known, not this house, the city is known for all kinds of manufacturing things, Motown and Motor City. But before it was known for those things, it was a major manufacturing place for all kinds of things. And one of them was for tobacco. Did you know that? It was a huge industry of tobacco here. And there used to be dozens of cigar factories and tobacco processing places. And I remember hearing from a story from a family member, a lovely old grandmother, who, as a young teenager, came from northern Michigan down to Detroit to work in the cigar factory. And I think she worked at something called White Eagle, which was one of the factories. They were El Telmo, and Globe was the biggest, White Eagle, HR, Hiram Walker. There's a bunch of things like that. Most of them are all gone now. The tobacco was brought up from Kentucky and the Virginias and West Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina. And they used to grow tobacco on the north shore of Lake Erie. The sandy, loamy ground is great for tobacco. That's all changed now. It's mostly wineries over there. So things change. But this is a story about a young girl leaving her home in northern Michigan to come down to work in Detroit. And the village she would have come from is Onaway, and the river that's just to the east of Onaway is the Occoquan River. So that's my second river song. This talks about the Occoquan. Now in folk music, there's an old tradition of sea shanties and lumberjack songs. You take a name of something and you add like California or something, and there's songs like Michigan I.O. and Saginaw I.O. There's an old lumberjack song that says there's no more God forbidden place than Michigan I.O. When they first got here, it was a mess and the swampy lumberjack stuff. But this is a song I call On Away I.O. Uh-oh. That changes everything. My next song is going to be about, you know what I should do? Do you mind? What might be easier if I just put the other guitar back on, Alexander?
No.
That might
You're
be
going to
better.
use it. You're going to use it.
I got to use this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to change that.
Funny thing happened to me on the way to the
Use
impact.
it.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be great.
Well, Lucas,
See what you get for open tunings.
that's fine.
You know, I'm so glad I didn't start that song. Could you imagine?
That's the whole thing. See,
Yeah.
the acoustic guitar. See the idea of sharing and tuning. That's what we're doing here.
Oops. I'm going off the rails.
If you do me a favor, just put your microphone up a little bit. Yeah,
Testing 1, 2.
that's
Great.
better. And I'll do this. Turn this down.
I knew it as soon as I strummed the first time. I'm like, "Ooh, that's so different."
It's okay.
But Luke, I love what you're playing. And you played really great stuff tonight. Really great.
I love getting to be an on-stage guitar tech. That's fun.
On stage, I would have gone over there. I mean, it's nice to hear. Just doing the Captain Morgan look over there. No worries. That thing has gotten.
You know, we could just I'll do this.
Dogs
Welcome to
paws on
the
it.
welcome to the Detroit Acapella Guitar Project. And I'm just gonna
There's no way that's
no,
not.
it's not gonna happen.
I mean, it can only have there's been
No,
instrumentals. I mean, do you want to do it a cappella? There it is.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. We'll try this again. So I'm gonna start with my third song. Did you know Chicago? Did you know Detroit has never mind. Where do I even do this? This one. I used to walk along the Ockiawk in the summer where gentle waters flow. Last night I dreamt I was on that river bend I should have never left on a way I-O. I was 14 years old when my mother said to me, "It's only for a year or so." That was 1912, now it's 1923. I should have never left on a way I-O. 2 nights and a day on a train from Onaway, 1 bag and what little it would hold. I traded woods and water blue for Woodward Avenue. I should have never left on a way I-O. I used to walk along the Ockiawk in the summer where gentle waters flow. Last night I dreamt I was on that river bend I should have never left on a way I-O. Passing hours into days, the piano player plays a tune, reminds me of the dance hall back at home. Saving a little from my pay, I send the rest to Onaway. I should have never left Onaway I-O. A few years ago, all the girls went out on strike, arm in arm. We walked out in the cold. They knocked my best friend Claire's front teeth out and never left Onaway I-O. I used to walk along the Ockiawk in the summer where gentle waters flow. Last night I dreamt I was on that river bend I should have never left Onaway I-O. It seems my young girl dreams have all gone up in smoke. I'm tired of always doing what I'm told. Wanna rip this wrapper from my heart and break out from the mold. I should have never left on a way I owe. Now my pretty little hands are stained and ragged as a man's, but it's a man's hand I'm longing for to hold. And I'm dreaming of the day I'll get back to on a way I wish I'd never left on a way I owe. I used to walk along the Yawk in the winter where icy waters flow. Last night I dreamt I was on that river bend. I should have never left on a way I owe. Thank you so much for listening, and thanks for having me part of this tonight. I really appreciate it.
All right, Nick Juno.
Great job.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
You did it. Are your nerves gone? You have stuff on Spotify, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because that's where everybody goes.
Got info on Juno Music, all the streaming things. Got a few songs out.
He currently has 6 monthly listeners on Spotify. Let's change that, huh? Doesn't that?
Well,
Not,
6 monthly listeners for $1.49.
6 monthly listeners, $1.49. That's the way the world works now. All right. Next up, we have. Is that an eye store? Just the lesson. I just looked right over to my left, and she's just like, "What? Life." So Henry Marcano is up next. Henry Marcano, he is. Yeah, let's give it up. He is a new songwriter that I came across through my wife, Carrie Ann. He has a lot of hats that he wears. And apparently the new hat is songwriter, singer altogether. You want to tell your story?
Yeah, brand new hat. Like, I don't know if I should wear that hat yet. I feel like I need to earn my medals. But yeah, I very recently just started writing music. Late July, that's when I started, which is actually when I moved to Detroit, was in July. So it all came full circle, and that's what kind of inspired me to write this song on this guitar. So thank you, Alexander. Thank you, Carrie Ann, and the Greater Impact House for trusting me so early in my journey with this. But yeah, when I got the guitar, it's been a rough year for me personally. So there's been a lot of transitions, there's been a lot of changes, and as I got this guitar, I started thinking about just time and how quickly things can change, how sometimes things feel way longer than what they should be. So it's always changing, always catching you off guard, and sometimes you lose track of it. And then when you open your eyes, there has been so many changes that you yourself are like, wow. And so this is kind of it, right? So I moved to Detroit, I meet a bunch of new people, I start writing songs, and this opportunity shows up. So that's what came through me as I was writing this song. And it's called How Time Plays the Game. And I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I also didn't practice much on this song. And it's funny, sometimes you try to cheat and you still don't. But today it's your birthday. So many things I want to say. you been or whatever. But I need to have some self-respect. I painted myself an illusion, and I felt quicker than I thought. Only for this to end in an instance. I guess we'll wait for another chance. Yes, sometimes a funny thing, it takes away just like it gives. And we're so desperate to control our fate that we miss how time plays the game. Yeah, we miss how time plays the game. I lost myself in our memories of us dancing in the dawn. So much I don't recognize myself, 'cause I never thought this will be done. And every tear is a new link for chains that keep us still. Chose to live in the now, and kill the doubt with every shape we'll play again. Isn't time a funny thing? It takes away just like it gives. And we're so desperate to control our fate that we miss how time plays the game. Yeah, we miss how time plays the game. I Isn't time a funny thing? It takes away just like it gives. And we're so desperate to control our fate that we miss how time plays the game. And we miss how time plays the game. Thank you.
Henry, are you going to be plugging in?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So. All right. So this next song, I think I gotta be careful as to how much detail I give about this song. But when I went back home in another country, we went and my grandma is passed, and my grandpa was still there, and it's a very old home. It's been passing through generations, and I found a book, and I stole it. Nobody was looking at it. No, it was stored away in a room full of stuff, and it was a very very old book. It was worn down. Had like water stains everywhere, and that's what caught my eye about it. And I took it, brought it here, started reading it, and couldn't comprehend a thing in that book because it was so rich with poetry and literature, and I'm still like, English is my second language, and So this book in Spanish has been so long since I've read in Spanish. I was like, man, I'm so lost. But the things that I understood were gorgeous and beautiful. The way that this man was able to capture his view of the world was stunning. But it turns out that it was written in a time where there was a very authoritarian regime. And that book, apparently, after I asked my mom, it's like, do you know anything about this book? She's like, that book might belong to your great grandfather. And I was like, oh man, that's so cool. And we were talking about it, and she was telling me like, yeah, he was pursued for a long time, and actually, your grandmother would help him hide at the age of 15. And I was like, wow, you never told me that. So that was a piece of history of my family and myself that I learned, and I said, wouldn't it be cool, because I knew my grandmother and she was such a strong individual. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if this story was about my grandmother escaping and doing all these things against this authoritarian regime? And so this, I guess this goes to my grandmother. Yeah. Oh, it's called 1928. I found a book on a shelf, all stained and ripped on the edge, in a room where ghosts dwell. They started on 1928 with persecutions that hot in her face, because she dared to pose the ring. The landscape was dressed in red. All that's left was to hide and escape. Vicious hounds were on her trail. Then all of a sudden, she found her strength to fight and live to see a new day. A new day. On her tongue a sword of truth, sharp and blazed by the horde. Now she had a fair chance, terrified of losing grip. The streets were loud with the sound of fear. Butterflies had an effect. With the lungs of the others, their words were heard. Change peeked over the veil. Over the veil. She bathed in the cold victory, washing away they get to breathe. Her name in the mouth, though she free. Though she free. Then all of a sudden, she was her strength. She fought to story to tell, written by those she freed. All right. So for my last song tonight, this is the very first song I wrote. I mean, I only have 5, right? So like, but this is the very first one. Right after I moved to my apartment in Detroit, you know, it was pretty empty. You know, I was on my own and trying to figure things out. And uh, I played guitar for a long time since I was a kid. I used to play guitar, but I play other people's song, right? I learned everybody else's song and I just played them. Never really wrote a song for myself, and I always wanted to, but I was like, I don't have it in me. But that night I did, and that's the song that started me to like, well, maybe I could write a few songs. Let me try this. So yeah, this is the very first song I wrote. It's called "I Still Care to Love." You asked me to stay, and that I should have more faith in this commitment of guilt that I am under. I don't see a way where I continue to pretend that this is who I am any longer. I'm giving up. I still care. I question myself if I was good enough, if I gave it my all to prove I tried. I'm risking it all. I know it's a gamble, it hurts. I know I chose to move on, and now it's over. But I'm giving up. I still care. Sit on this chair, writing alone and afraid. Pacing the light on my face tells me that I'll be okay. Thank you very much.
Henry, thank you.
I just started Instagram. There's not much there at all. Or I don't promise that it will be more or that I'll post often. But it's Ham as Delemy. I love Ham. And it happens to be my initials. Crazy coincidence. Yeah, it's like the handle Ham alone wasn't available, which is crazy because there's nothing Ham in Instagram. So I had to get creative. So it's Ham some that music. So yeah. Thank you again.
And that's all you got, right? You don't have any other, no website, no Hamson.
No more ham on the internet.
Hamless.
It took a lot for me to make that Instagram. I don't have any social media, so
Well,
yeah.
you know, Hamilton was taken, and that's okay. Thank you.
Thank you
so much, Henry. Whenever you're ready, yeah, you can unplug. And next up, we have Laura Frawley. If you guys want to grab quick snacks, there's so many. For those of you online, you missed an opportunity. But maybe there's people listening very far away. Okay, so good to see you. I'll grab some food. Yes.
Because I want to actually.
Yeah.
You left your cable up here? It's not? Oh. Oh. You're welcome.
Okay, Laura Frawley. You want to tune the guitar and make sure it's also just in check with what you're trying to do. Do you want me to move that stand so that you can sit easier? Yeah.
I'm gonna move it. I know it's not. He's gonna mic it. I can't really see that anyways. Everything.
Okay, Laura. Whenever you're ready. This is Laura Frawley. And she drove all the way from Alpena, Michigan.
Thank
There
you.
go. Isn't Onaway near there? Nick?
Yeah, Onaway, and I grew up near the Tittabawassee River,
Wow.
and I've walked by the Akiak, near the Akiak Falls many, many times.
Combinations.
Yeah.
All right, Laura. Take it away. What do we got?
I am thrilled to be a part of this project. Thank you so much to Alexander and Carrie Ann. I found out about it kind of last minute. I was at Lamb's Retreat for Songwriters when I found out, and was getting ready to go to Pennsylvania the week after. So I picked up the guitar November 11th, Monday, and I was leaving Thursday for Pennsylvania. So I had to write the song and record it by Wednesday. So I had 2 days. But I was inspired by when I got home, and I was sick at the time. I had like a sinus thing, and I told Alexander, I don't know when I record the song if I'm going to be able to sing it, but I got home with the guitar, and I love this big booming bass on this guitar. And so I was, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I'd run across this story that really inspired me. It says, not far from my home is a field with 2 horses. At a distance, they look like any other horses, but if you stop and take a closer look, you'll notice something remarkable. One of the horses is blind, yet his owner didn't have him put down. Instead, he gave him a good home, which field. This little bell guides her blind friend, helping him know where she is so he can follow her. Watching these 2 friends, notice how the smaller horse checks on her companion and how he listens for her bell and slowly follows, trusting she'll lead him safely. Each evening, as she heads back to the barn, she pauses occasionally to look back, ensuring that he's close enough to hear her bell. At times in life, we're like the blind horse, guided by the gentle bell of someone placed in our lives. Other times, we're like the guide horse, leading others on their path. Good friends are like this. You may not always see them, but you know they're there. Please listen for my bell, and I'll listen for yours. Hope is stronger than fear. Love is stronger than hate. Light is stronger than darkness. Freedom triumphs over fate. Just heart. The words we speak have power. Let the truth ring loudly now. Let this be the hour. We help each other see as our dimming eyes grow. Listen for the chime of love to guide us safely home. When we're blind and lost, confused, deceived, truth will be our citadel. Mine will ring for you, and I will listen for your bell. Joy is stronger than sorrow. Peace is stronger than war. Kindness stronger than insult. Virtue opens bounty's door. Equality lives in the soul. Our actions reveal our hearts. Let the truth ring loudly now. Let this be the hour. We help each other see as our dimming eyes grow old. Listen for the chime of love to guide us safely home. When we're blind and lost, confused, deceived, truth will be our citadel. Mine will ring for you, and I will listen for your bell. We will find our way if we go together. The weaving of our lives in harmony and interplay, resonating for each other as the evening falls. The ringing of our hearts showing the way. Help each other see as our dimming eyes grow old. Listen for the chime of love to guide us safely home. When we're blind and lost, confused, deceived, truth will be our citadel. Mine will ring for you. Mine will ring for you, and I will listen for your bell. Thank you. Thank you.
Are you plugging into?
Yes, I am plugged in.
Okay. Nice. I heard that you're a judge, or were?
Just got reelected.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. I was really excited when I came to pick up, to drop off the guitar, talking with Alexander and Carrie Ann about what they want to do with his house. I guess one of the courts that I manage is a sobriety court. And it's my favorite thing to do. It's an honor to watch the people who come into that program because it's very demanding to watch them change their lives. And because most people go through their whole lives and never really face themselves. And it takes great courage to do that. So the people who participate in that court are, I tell them regularly, they're superheroes to me because it's an amazing thing. This next song, and so I'm really thrilled to be part of this, sitting here watching everybody play their songs before. It's a little intimidating. There's been some great songs here tonight. And I did want to say, Nick. Where's Nick? No. Nick, what a great set, and made me feel right at home. I'm so excited to meet Nick. Nick and I have been friends on Facebook for a while. We've never met face to face. So it's fun, and we have mutual friends. So I feel like I know him, but it was really fun to meet him face to face. And Henry, songwriting is definitely a hat you should wear. Definitely, definitely. Can you make that a little less bright? Thank you. Good. This is a song about relationships. I think we always want to blame the other person when things don't work out, but sometimes it's us. I gotta Sorry. This is called Don't Ask Me Why. I knew you were my soulmate the moment that we kissed. Is there anything more wonderful than being in love like this? Your love was like a blanket, a warm place I could rest. But a heart can't stay when it's full of wanderlust and selfishness. Oh, don't ask me why. Oh, I know it's not your wish. Oh, if you really need an answer, it's in my DNA, and I was made like this. I left you for another, I gave him my whole soul. Couldn't make him happy, fate had called my bluff. I begged him not to go, but as he left, his last remark is, you are just too much of not enough. Oh, I didn't ask him why. Oh, I guess he had an itch. Already knew the answer. It's in his DNA, and he was born like this. You can't change a leopard's spots. You can't fight heredity. This is who I am, and it's who I'll always be. Still I long for love, but that is not to be. 'Cause I could never fall in love with the fool who could fall in love with me. I could never fall in love with the fool who could fall in love with me. Oh, don't ask me why. Oh, it's not a mystery. Oh, if you really need an answer, well, the honest truth, if I face myself, I see the problem is I'm not in love with me. Thank you. I am involved in a couple of songwriting groups online, and you get a prompt at the beginning of the month, and you have to write a song and post it, and then people comment and give you feedback. And sometimes it's fun to, it's one thing to write a song when you're inspired by something or you have an idea. It's another thing when somebody kind of lays that challenge before you, said, write a song about this, because it's not always easy. And last month in one of my groups, the song prompt was Dead Horse, Alaska. And so like Nick, I had to do a little research. I mean, he obviously does a little research for some of his songs. So I did a little research, and I thought, Dead Horse, Alaska, I can only imagine what great stories would come out of a town called Dead Horse, Alaska. But it's a little town just inside the Arctic Circle. It's an oil town. A lot of oil workers, only 25 actual citizens, but 3,000 oil workers at any given time. And so this is my song about Dead Horse, Alaska. For 114 miles I drove on a highway made of gravel, trying to get to Prudhoe Bay before my life unraveled. Hoping to lighten my load at the end of the road. Burning question I had to ask it. Could I save my soul with that black gold in Dead Horse, Alaska? Dead Horse, Alaska. Dead Horse, Alaska. Seemed like a town with a story to tell, named by some long-haul truckers. 25 people who call it home, 3,000 oil-filled squatters. The town is as dry can be, but you can drink till your sense has left you. And the tundra has turned your heart to stone in Dead Horse, Alaska. Dead Horse, Alaska. Dead Horse, Alaska. Living inside the Arctic Circle, drilling every day. Some come to make their fortunes, but no one ever stays. Carbon copy prefab houses dot this company town. Trans-Alaskan pipeline to Valdez takes crude 800 miles down. Not much to do, you can lose your mind to pass the time. We play canasta, but there's a stark cold beauty in this desolation that is Dead Horse, Alaska. Dead Horse, Alaska. Dead Horse, Alaska. Frigid air will rearrange everything you think you know. Arctic wind runs through my veins, and now I'm right at home. When that black gold fever gripped my heart, I was a dreamer in Nebraska. But I found my destiny and home in Dead Horse, Alaska. Dead Horse, Alaska. Thank you. Thank you very much to Alexander and Carrie Ann for having me, and thanks for all of you showing up to support the Greater Impact House. I'm going to unplug.
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
It's really challenging here. Okay. We are down to the final singer-songwriter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hopefully it's cozy for you. I did the best I could with the sound. Hopefully that's whatever it is online. At least it's good here.
Are you going to leave this? Thank you.
So Max, I found online, or actually not online. I found him online after I found him at the Ghost Light in Hamtramck. He had a very moving, almost like a Ray LaMontagne type of feel to him.
That's high praise. Thank you. That's really kind.
And I just, I approach a lot of singer-songwriters during this time, and I scout open mics. And most of the time, these singer-songwriters are too afraid to actually do it. They'll reject the thought process of writing a song within a week. And I don't know. I think goal-oriented stuff is probably the best way to go with singer-songwriters. So I'm glad that Max ended up taking the guitar and rolling with it. So what do you got, Max? Let's see what you got.
I'm going to figure out this mic situation, but thank you to the both of you for having me, and the Greater Impact House for having me. This is truly a gift being with you all tonight. So, all right, let me. I think we're all a little different heights.
Yeah. If you just want to strum the guitar for a second,
Yeah,
just so I
absolutely.
can feel that. Okay, then.
You okay out there? All right. Once again, thank you for having me. Really enjoyed all the songwriters tonight. Everyone was so different, and I really enjoyed that. So, a little bit about me. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I just also moved here in July, and it's been an interesting transition period. I just became an adult, so paying my bills is not fun, but here we are. Anyway, I'm sorry. So in the week that I had to write this song, I was kind of thinking about Veterans Day, and every year, my mom's a kindergarten teacher, and at the Veterans Day ceremony, my 5th grade teacher, who I used to have, he goes into the school and he plays taps on the bugle, and my mom loses it every time because my grandfather, who passed away, was a veteran, and I grew up hearing all these stories about this man who I always wished I knew, and I know so much about in passing, but at this transition point in my life, I'm wondering, what would he think of what I'm doing right now? And am I being true to myself? So this is a song for HW. This is called Your Song. I was there when you had vertigo, there when you got high. I was there when you were empty, and when you touched the sky. There on all those darkened days and all those wasted nights, stood by. Stand beside your shoulder, I look you in the eye, lessen all your worries, make sure you get by. And when the tears are flowing, and when you start to cry, I'll stand by. I'm the whisper in the wind that helps you find your way back home, or the radio that pulls you close to find your favorite song. I'm a part of you, staring through while you're talking to your mom. I'm your song. I was there when you left Philly, there when you left town. I was there when you were worried your words would let me down. I'm here to see your glory, and all of the while stand by. I'm the whisper in the wind that helps you find your way back home, or the radio that pulls you close to find your favorite song. I'm a part of you, staring through while you're talking to your mom. I'm your song. I'm the whisper in the wind that helps you find your way back home. Or your radio that pulls you close as you find your favorite song. I'm the part of you staring through while you're talking to your mom. I'm your song. I'm your song. Ooh. Thank you. Got a little emotional there at the end and kind of improvised, so thanks for listening. Yeah, I had the guitar this week, so on top of rehearsing for a gig that I'm leaving for right after the gig tonight to drive home to Columbus. Yeah, I wrote that, and thank you so much for the opportunity. This was so inspiring to be a part of this, so thanks.
All right. Get those other guitar, yeah. Smacks. That's fine. Max, I only know you have an Instagram, which is like different than what your singer-songwriter name is. It's like Maxwell.
Correct. It's Maxwill Rin. So Maxwell William Rincone is my name. I go by
Okay.
Maxwell Rincone, but Max Will Rin. So
No website yet?
Maxwell Rincone Music.
I'll
I recently
put that
had to put that up to apply
Yeah.
for some stuff. So
Okay,
only reason I have a site. But shameless plug.
good.
And that's RINCON. All right. Where's this chord?
And then, yeah, let me know when you're in. And test your strings, make sure they're in tune.
Yeah. It's a little off. I'm so glad we have this tuning pedal. So thanks, Alexander.
You know, I've been around years.
So how much snacks do we have left over? Because I've been waiting until after I play to get some baklava.
Oh, there's so much. You can baklava your face off.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, take some for the road.
I turned. Yeah. Okay.
Was that you or me?
I think it was this mic
Okay,
right here.
that mic's off.
That mic's off. Well, then it's me.
Well, let's try it again. Hold on. Plug it in. Okay, there we are.
So a little lighter note on this one. I grew up with a Hispanic dad and a white mom, so my Hispanic side is very superstitious, especially of the devil, and so I wasn't really allowed to watch horror movies growing up. But I remember when I was in like 5th or 6th grade, I wanted to impress my sister's cute friends, and they were watching the Blair Witch Project, and that kind of traumatized me. So I I didn't watch a horror movie until like July of this year, and I saw this movie with my friends in the theater called Long Legs, and I absolutely loved it. And I had a nightmare, and I woke up, and I wrote this song. So, yeah, so I hope you like it. Under the street lamps walking slow, you already know I ain't too far behind. Somewhere out of sight, thinking I just might whisper wicked words in your mind. You won't know I ain't too far behind, 'cause men like you, they ain't too hard to find. You may think your mortal soul is waiting on its chance to go, but you don't even know my kind. So seek and you shall find. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready for your death? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready for your death? You. Mm. You. Ah. I started as a seed underneath your feet, growing stronger every day. Every night you sleep, the belly of the beast grows in hunger every day. Now I'm by your side, with each and every avenue untrodden. You're way down, where darkness can be found. You'll see me eye to eye. You won't know I ain't too far behind. 'Cause men like you, they ain't too hard to find. You may think your mortal soul is waiting on its chance to go, but you don't even know my kind. So seek and you shall find. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready for your death? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready for your death? Are you ready now? Are you ready? Ready for your death? Are you ready? Are you ready? Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. My falsetto is not working today, but thank you for bearing with me. I've got one more for you. Once again, thank you to Lucas, all the great songwriters tonight. This was so much fun. This was a treat. So this last one was a song I wrote at the end of last year. I just graduated college. So I was in college and I was looking for a job. So I was kind of unemployed and I just got broken up with. So I was kind of really upset at a lot of things. And this is kind of about feeling out of place. So this is called Wild Man. And if you like it, you can find it on every streaming service. So thanks. Thanks for listening.
You currently have 144 listeners on Spotify per month.
Wow.
Let's change that.
Let's make it 145.
Let's make it 144,000. How about? That's a good number to shoot for, right?
That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, looking forward to talking to you guys after the set. So thanks so much. Well, she may run, she will never find just what she needs. And oh, you won't break my stride, and I will lie again to you, dear. I wanna run to the city with cobblestone streets. And oh, don't you know, there ain't no place for a wild man like me. Well, she may run, she'll never find just what she sees. When the cold hard woman meets a stone wall man, ain't no telling what might happen. I've been down, been broken on my way to the top. Ain't nobody gonna take away my shot. I've been battered, been beaten, I'm all but bruised. Ain't no telling what lies that you may choose. Well, I wanna run to the city with cobblestone streets. Hey, oh, well, don't you know that there ain't no place for a wild man like me? Here's where my guitar player plays, because I can't play. I've been down, been broken on my way to the top. Ain't nobody gonna take away my shot. I've been battered, been beaten, all but bruised. Ain't no telling what lies that you may choose. Yeah. Well, I wanna run to the city with cobblestone streets. Yeah, oh, well, don't you know that there ain't no place for a wild man like me? Well, I wanna run, oh, a city with cobblestone streets. Hey, oh, well, don't you know that there ain't no place for a wild man like me? Thank you. Sorry. Really appreciate your time, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much, Maxwell. Well, that does it. That is the Acoustic Guitar Project 2024. Thank you all that graced us with your presence. Thanks again to all the singer-songwriters that took on the initiative of putting new songs out into the world. And what else can I say? I don't know. This is amazing that our creation flounders kind of like this. So thank you so much to everyone for being here. Please take home some baklava. Please take home some Venezuelan cheese sticks and pumpkin pie. Thank you. Thanks again for being here.